today to a theater graduate from SVSU. What were some of the plays you were in back then?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, too long ago, huh?
I know it seems like a while ago. My senior year, I think we did Grapes of Wrath. That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
good, fun ensemble one. Sylvia too. That was one of the summer shows. Tommy Wedge directed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incorruptible. That was
Okay.
a fun one.
Well, you were in quite a few plays there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So now she's living in Chicago, and she did casting internships at Chicago Shakespeare Theater and Goodman Theater. And now she's a casting associate at Simon Casting and just got her first screen credit as the Chicago casting assistant for the hit movie Candyman.
That's right.
Okay, what's this all about? What is a casting assistant? What is your, first of all, did you leave acting, and what's casting?
Yeah. So I did go to SVSU originally for acting, but when I moved to Chicago, casting was always something I was interested in. I didn't know how to get started. And that's where those internships came in at the Goodman and Chicago Shakespeare Theater. So that was kind of my foot in the door there. And casting for Candyman, that was a really cool thing. So normally when projects come to Chicago, they usually have an LA or New York casting director that does the main cast, and then anything that's filmed on location in Chicago, we get hired to cast those roles that are in those Chicago locations. So the cool thing about Candyman was it was all 100% filmed in Chicago. So we got to do all the casting.
You got the whole thing.
Okay. Got the whole shebang. It was great. It was so fun.
So how many people would your company have cast then? How big of a cast are we talking?
I want to say it was around 40 to 50 people 50? Total. I think
so
that's
what does a casting person do? I mean, how do you link the actors with the company, with the director and all that thing? Yeah. I know somebody has to do it, but how do you do it?
Of course. So for us specifically, we focus on agencies. So we work a lot with agencies in the Midwest, especially Chicago. There are some in Michigan, Ohio, Wisconsin, Indiana. So we kind of work with the talent in this area. So from just years of kind of doing it, you see people over time, you go to their shows, you see showcases, and you kind of build up this roster of talent. So when we got hired for Candyman, first we released that breakdown with all of those roles to those agents. So they're going to send us people that they think are right for the role. We're going to go through that, and then we're going to go through and kind of filter, get those auditions in, and then we send those on. We send those on to the director and producer, and they approve them from there.
So in other words, the people that you picked would do an audition tape type thing?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So who did you get to cast?
So everyone we cast, the two mains, oh no, my screen, can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So the two main leads, those two are already signed on to the project, but everyone else, we got to cast them.
Well, so are you actually on the set when it's filming then too, or are you done?
Nope. So usually, most of the time, a lot of the casting is completed before they start filming.
Right.
At least film. For TV, it's constant. It's always moving. So you'll be casting the next episode while the current one's filming, just because it's quick. It's like an 8-day process each episode. So that moves really fast. But for film, try to have everyone cast before the first shoot date. So that way you've got everyone locked in, they have their shoot dates, and they're ready to go. And after we cast them, production just takes over from there. So they'll coordinate with their fittings and all that good stuff.
So I noticed that you said that was on your Facebook page, that was a fun project. So what made it fun for you then?
It was the people that worked on it were just so great. Everyone was very kind, and they loved our people. They were so happy with with the people we brought to them. I was kind of surprised because it was there's some big names attached to it, and you're always thinking like, oh no, I hope they like our people. They loved it. They were so happy. It was just overall a great experience. Everyone was great to work with.
So it sounds like you would spend a lot of your time going to showcases, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So how many casting assistants and directors would your company have? A whole bunch then, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So right now, it's just our boss. We have another casting associate and 2 assistants, so there are 6 of us total
Oh,
for us. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
just for
That's
our
not
company. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the fun part of your job and the stress part of your job?
Oh, great. Okay, so fun part. This is the most rewarding. That would be seeing someone's audition and sending them on, and then they book the role, and then you get to see them on TV. That's
That's
my favorite
Yep.
because
Okay.
you just get to see that process from the beginning
Yep.
to the work that they do, and it's so cool to say, oh, hey, I found that guy at Second City and he was great, and now
Yep.
he's doing a line on the TV show we just did or whatever. So that's the best part. Stressful part, just this industry, you just deal with a lot of personalities. So
No.
yeah, it's just kind of juggling all of that.
Yeah.
And you just always hope to get productions where everyone just knows how to deal with the stress and just keep moving along. It's just a fast-paced industry, so it can get stressful very quickly.
What made you be interested in that? You said you kind of were interested in that. Why?
It's a weird thing. Like when I first got to SVSU, before I even started classes, I talked to one of the professors there, Dave Razutek, and I asked him, I was like, how do I get into casting? And he was like,
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, I don't know. Like it's one of those things that you kind of have to just do an internship. You have to just get into it. So in college, I focused more on that acting. And then when I did move to Chicago, I did keep trying it, but I wanted to see what casting was all about. So I just applied for internships until I got one. And the rest is history.
So what have you done besides Candyman? I mean, it sounds like there's television. Does your company do commercials? What? Yeah.
Yep, we do various commercials. We do a lot of theater. I'm also the casting associate on Chicago Fire, which is on NBC.
Oh, it's one of my favorites. Okay.
Oh, you love it? Oh, good,
I
good.
love
Well,
that
it airs in like 2 weeks, so tune in, everyone.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, because they've got 3 shows: Chicago Fire, Chicago. Well, I can't think of them all, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yep, we do Fire and PD.
Okay, Fire and PD. Okay. And any other movies coming up that are in production at this point?
Not at the moment. We've done a couple like small indie films, but those are always kind of in the air if they're going to get or not. So right now, just kind of the show, and it was just cool to see Candyman because that was supposed to be released last June, and of course,
Right.
bumped
that little thing. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So it was cool to see.
So did you work at all during that period?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's kind of when everything transitioned to remote. Like, so instead of actors coming into our office to audition, they're doing self tapes, and they're still doing that. And
that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. So all right, that's that. What do you say you are an associate, assistant, whatever? What's the career path for you in that particular business?
Yes. So I think anything casting or recruiting wise for me, it's great to like kind of build up that resume of people in your head. I've always like been that person that's like, I know that person, I know their face. They don't know me, but I know them.
Oh, them.
I just
That is
kind of
fascinating.
built up. Yeah.
That's really fascinating. I mean, because I've seen that credit before, but I didn't stop to think somebody has to do something. Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah. So, anything else you can think? You don't know of any movies right now? How about in television? So you've already started working on the Chicago. They're filming now.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So they're back in production.
Yeah.
So what is it a day? Every day you work at it's doing something for that company?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. There's always something to do. Like with TV especially, it's just so fast paced. There's never a break. It's like they shoot for 8 days, one episode, then you're on to the next. So you're the one before while they're shooting this one, and then it just keeps.
So you basically have 8 days to find what they want for a cast type thing.
Yep, same thing. You'll get that script, all those roles, same process.
So how about shoots in Chicago right now? It seems like they're coming along nicely for movies and television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff will shoot at Cinespace Studios, which was built here a couple years ago, but it's kind of the hub now for all these productions that are coming in. So that's where our office is too. So whenever I go in, you kind of get to see like, oh, Empire, well, they're done now, but Empire's filming there, PD's filming here, Fire's filming on the 5th floor today. So it's kind of like all over the place. It's really cool.
Wow. So this is something you think you'll stick with, obviously.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So anything else you can think of that I've missed?
I don't think so. This is fun.
This is fun. Yeah, I just gonna read credits from now on, or you have to text me and let me know so I can see your credits.
I will.
So have you had credits on the Chicago shows?
Yes, I have one on Fire.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to start looking at those.
Yeah,
and I usually read
really fast.
Yeah, I know they do. Yeah. So, okay, well, I thank you for your time and keep us posted on any future movies and whatever, because I think Saginaw think this is neat. So, okay.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Janet.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.